All right, good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. I am your host, Charles Watson, and happy Sunday. Today is December 9th, and welcome to the Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast. Today, we are talking about 7 principles to build a social media presence, and we will be using everything coming out of Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. So if you haven't read a copy of this book, I have links down below. You can grab a copy. It's available on Amazon. It's also available on Audible, and it is awesome. So he released a book back in 2009 called Crush It, in which Gary Vaynerchuk shared principles about how we can all become like influencers, and we are a brand. If we have a social media presence, if you post on Facebook, if you post on YouTube, if you post on Instagram, if you post on Twitter, you are an influencer, and you have an opportunity to create a brand basically out of your life, where you can get sponsorships, you can get brand deals, you can work with companies to grow your influence and start to make money with what you know and products you use and endorsements and things like that. So he released that book, Crush It, in 2009. And if you haven't read that, you definitely want to check that out before this one. But this is the follow-up book to that. This is like part 2. And all these years later, this I think was released in 17 or 18. So it's pretty current. And all those years later, these are the success stories of people that put his principles into play in 2009. And that's basically what we're doing here at Expert Influencer Academy. That is our goal. We realize that too. And that's something that we're working towards. And in turn, we are putting those principles into play, and we are trying to help whoever wants to come along for the ride to build that community together and to do this experiment together to see if we can get some results, and if we can indeed like generate extra income, side hustle money to help us all live a better life, and that's the goal of it. So today we are going to build on these principles, and we're going to talk about the platforms that are required to grow your influence and your income and things like that. So we're talking about social media. And in the book, Gary Vaynerchuk has 7 principles that he thinks should mark the base of any social media presence. And these are the 7 principles that I want to share with you guys today. So these are 7 principles that Gary Vaynerchuk thinks should mark the base of any social media presence. And it's a great read, and these are great principles, and you can put them in to work today. And I hope that after you see this podcast, after you see this video, it just kind of gets the wheels turning in your mind, and you just kind of flips on a light switch. The new year is upon us. 2019 is upon us, and you could definitely make an impact and a difference in your life starting right now. So the first principle, right, that you should have while maintaining and building a social media presence is your intent. And that is, you should come, and we've talked about this on past podcasts, is that you need to come into this with the intention and the thought that you're really just trying to help people out. With something that maybe there was a past experience that you went through. For us, it was going broke, losing everything, and facing homelessness. And this is our endeavor and our adventure and our trials coming from that state about 5 to 10 years ago for Tia and I both, to where we are now, where we both have really good full-time jobs. We are able to do other businesses and build brands and really do what we love for a living. And so Expert Influencer Academy and Dishes and Stitches is our personal journey, and we bring you guys along for the ride. And in doing so, our intent is that we just can't believe that other people aren't. I mean, there are other people doing this, but we just can't believe that nobody in our friend circle is doing this or knows about this. We believe that there's a lot of good people out there and that everyone deserves to live life on their own terms and how they like. And so we are reaching back and we're just trying to teach people how to do these things. So that is our intent. And you got to come from an intent that is genuine. People can sense when you're not genuine and when you really don't care. There's a quote that says, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And that is absolutely true. So you definitely want to be genuine. So the first principle for a social media presence is in your intent, you want to be genuine. The second principle is authenticity. And that's just, you want to be authentic and you want to be honest. And here's a great example is that we don't have all the answers. We are consuming tons of information on a daily basis on how to run our business, how to set up our online business, how to automate our business, you know, being an information marketer, because that's basically what we are. But we're true to that. Like, we invite you guys on the journey to come along with us, and we share with you guys what's working. And we're real authentic. If something's working, we pass it along to you. If something is not working, we tell you that it's not working, and we tell you guys that, hey, maybe you shouldn't go this route, but you should try this alternative. And so you don't want to position yourself like to be too cocky or to be a know-it-all or to be like an expert in your niche right off the bat. You really want to build that journey. And when your audience, when your followers, and when your community sees you grow as an influencer and they can grow with you, your authenticity really shines through. And that is genuinely how you build loyalty, support, and a great customer base. And it's not about numbers. There are a lot of books out there and videos that you can look up dealing and talking about how people are making a comfortable living, like 60, 70, 80, $100,000 a year with 1,000 dedicated followers. So it's definitely not about millions of people. It's not about millions of views. It's about the quality of the people and the loyalty of the community you are building around your brand and around your knowledge. So I hope that makes sense. So the third principle is passion. And more so than having to be excited about what you want to create, sell, or promote, you have to be passionate about your topic, and you just have to be passionate about life in general. You have to be passionate about giving. And this is really important. We have a lot of passion for what we do. We know that this works. We have the proof. At first, we were very skeptical, but while doing this, hey, this really works. And we know that it can work for other people, and we truly believe that. So we are very passionate in our message, and you need to be passionate too. So whenever you pick a niche or whenever you pick a topic, and again, these are things I'm just kind of weaving in things that we've talked about in the past. So definitely want to go back and check out past podcasts, because I try to put everything in order for everybody. But you want to pick a niche that you can see yourself, or a topic that you can see yourself in. Hey, 5 years from now, I'm still going to love to talk about this. 10 years from now, I'm still going to love to talk about this. 30 years from now, I'm still going to love to talk about this and help as many people as I can. And like I said, there's tons of topics of real estate. If you've been through a successful divorce, if you successfully adopted children, if you know how to fix a Ford Mustang, I mean, you can be an expert in any topic, in any niche. It's crazy. And this is the mind-blowing part, is that people really undervalue what they've been through in life. I talked about this earlier. I saw my journey into losing my business, losing my home, and having my car repossessed. I saw that as a badge of shame and a badge of embarrassment. And I've always thought about that. So I really buried it deep, and I really didn't want to talk about it or let people know that that was a part of my life, right? Because from society and peer pressure and stuff like that, we were always taught that, you have to peacock your successes. You can only talk about your successes. You have to tell people and society and the world how great and how good you are. But I mean, that's just being a braggart. And it wasn't until we started down this journey and I really got involved with a couple mentors, personally involved with one-on-one coaching and training, that they were like, hey, you got to tell that story, man. Like, there's tons of people out there that have lost their home, that have had their car repossessed, that can't even pay bills, exactly what you've been through. And now look at how far you've come on your journey. You need to tell people about that. And you need to share that with people and tell them your journey and how you've turned your life around. And so it wasn't until then that I had to change my mentality and change our thinking. And the same with Tia and her journey out in California and 10 years of struggle and stuff like that. She saw it as an embarrassment as well. But when we got together, we shared those stories, and we realized with our mentors and stuff that these stories are powerful. We went through these trials and tribulations to be able to help other people that are in similar situations. And so that's kind of what we do now. And you can do the same thing. You can absolutely do the same thing. Do not minimize your story. Do not think that your story doesn't matter. It absolutely does. So passion. And right there you could see a lot of passion. You need a lot of passion too. So the fourth principle is patience. And I talk about this a lot. Hang on one second. We always talk about how this journey is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And you are running a marathon for the long haul. And anything worth doing is hard. And anything worth doing is going to take a tremendous amount of time, resources, and funds. I gotta be honest. You have to fund your endeavor, and you have to fund your passion. If you want people to invest in you, you have to first be willing to invest in yourself. And that kind of ties into passion. If you don't believe in yourself, you cannot convince other people to invest in you. And all of these 7 principles really follow that motto. You can wrap, or that mantra, you can really wrap this entire talk over that sentence, is that if you want other people to invest in you, you first have to invest in yourself. But you got to have patience. And remember, are there exceptions? Absolutely. But I'm going to leave you with this. Those who strike gold early will have to learn how to maintain it. It's up, 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 and out. High, quick rise, quick crash. The same with people that win the lottery. They're broke in about 3 years because they just don't have that control. Heather, good morning. So you got to have patience. Embrace the struggle. That's what everybody always says, and that's hard. That's a tough pill to swallow. Embrace the struggle, but you really have to embrace the struggle, because I truly believe that. The struggle really makes you appreciate how far you've come, and it's really a great measure of your journey and how much you have learned and how much you have accomplished. Every time you have a success, you can put a feather in your cap, and you can know that you did that. You accomplished that task. You could chalk that up in the win column, but have patience. The 5th principle is speed. Just as important as patience in the macro is speed in the micro. Waiting for the results indicates having done something to get them. So you want to do, I'm going to change speed into consistent. You want to be consistent. If you're building a brand, if you're building a business, if you're trying to get your message out there, you need to not only remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint, but you have to be consistent. You need to get in a schedule. You need to block time to do the things that you need to do to pay attention to your business. You want to be posting at least once a week, a video at least once a week. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, those platforms are optimized for communicating every day. But you really want to set a schedule. Monday, I'm going to post this. Tuesday, we're going to post this. Wednesday, this. You know, and a great way to do that is to align your posts and align your content with those, you know, the days, you know, like Motivation Monday, Manic Monday, you know, Tip Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, Water Cooler Wednesday, Thoughtful Thursday, Fun Friday. You know what I mean? And that will not only give you ideas of what kind of content you can generate on those days, and you can also curate content. You can go to other websites, you can go to other blogs, you can go to other Instagram channels, other Twitter pages that are in your niche, that are on topic with you guys, and you can network. You can retweet those, you can reshare those, you can post them to your Facebook page and write a little synopsis like, hey man, this is a great article to check out on success.com. We do that. We share success.com and we share entrepreneur.com. And it's great filler content for you. It's a quick, you know, retweet. It's a quick repost. It's super quick. It curates content, and it also creates those backlinks that you really want to start working on for your SEO and for people to find you in your niche when they search for you in the search engines and stuff. So you definitely want to start curating content. Do that, but speed. And then number 6, the 6th principle is work. You got to put in the work. It's not going to happen. If you just sit there and you wish for it, it's not going to happen. You actually have to be proactive. You have to champion your brand. You have to champion your business. You need to carry business cards with you at all times. You need to attend conventions and conferences in your area of expertise and niche. You need to tell your friends and family. You need to, you need to promote. You have to be the cheerleader of your brand more so than anyone. You really got to put the work in. Nothing happens without the work. There's no get rich quick scheme. There's no fly by night scheme or anything like that. It really takes a lot of work. We have 2 full-time jobs, and then we come home. Tia goes to school 3 days a week. I come home, we work on our 2 brands. On the weekends, we work on our 2 brands. You really got to put the work in. But you see results slowly but surely. It's one of my mentors mentioned it like this: it's like pushing a station wagon up a hill, and you push and you push and you push, and then one day you're just going to reach the top, and then the momentum is going to shift and the vehicle's just going to take off. And when is that day? I don't know. For some people it happens quick. For some people it takes 2 years. But you gotta be consistent, and you gotta put the work in. And finally, the last principle, number 7, is attention. You gotta pay attention, because what works in an online world changes, about twice a day. It is super, super quick. Some of the platforms that who used to laugh at traditional media have already become traditional media themselves. So you definitely want to hop on trends. You definitely want to pay attention to what is hot and what is working for other people. Don't be afraid to look up other influencers, other companies, social media sites and things like that, of people that are in your niche, people that are in your topic, and see what is working for them. You don't want to copy them or anything, but you definitely want to do research, and you want to see what kind of people are engaging. Are they the same audience that you're after? Get involved in those conversations. If someone is asking for help, this is a lot of work, but it's a great strategy. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about the strategy probably the most. This is how he did it, and he put a lot of work into it. But he got into the conversations of like wine connoisseurs and wine consumers, and I try to get into the conversations of like small business owners and entrepreneurs. And you just search the hashtag on Twitter or on Instagram, and you just look for people that are asking questions, or if they post a article, I will go read their article and I will comment on that. Like, man, that was a great article. Thank you so much. I never really heard about this strategy. I've been doing this type of strategy and it's really worked for me. Thanks for sharing. And what I've noticed is that the more you do that, people start engaging with you and they really start paying attention to who you are. And we've been able to pick up some followers and we've been able to pick up some subscribers to our website implementing these strategies. It is a buttload of work. I've really been taking it serious since I read Crushing It, because like I said, Gary Vaynerchuk really stands behind that. Like, that's his #1 building principle, but it really takes a lot of work. I mean, he tells you need to put like 7, 8, 14 hours in, and we are not there. I'm not gonna lie to you, we are not there. I try to do an hour though when I'm on the couch, the TV's on or something like that. I try to get like an hour a day, and we've seen results. So pay attention to what's hot. You know, you definitely want to be on Facebook right now. You want to be on Instagram right now. You want to be on Twitter right now. You want to be on LinkedIn right now. I think there was 5, but you want to be on those major social networks right now. Make sure you have accounts. Make sure you have business accounts, not personal accounts. You want, you know, and if your name is your brand, if that's your business, that's fine. But you need to decide, you know, that you're going to use your account and you're going to use your name and whatnot for branding purposes. And you really want to start thinking about what kind of content you're putting out there and what kind of image you're building. If you need a list of social media sites that you should be on, if you need a list of like, you know, accounts that you should be using, like to get paid and to build an email list and to promote your message and stuff like that, if you go to our website, expertinfluenceracademy.com, you can sign up for our newsletter, you can sign up for our list, and we will send you for free our Tools of the Trade business guide. And this is just a list of accounts and sites that we are signed up for, that we use as a backbone and as infrastructure for Expert Influencer Academy and for Dishes and Stitches, that allows us to automate the process of coming into our brand, getting some products, discovering us, finding our courses, and purchasing things from us. Everything is automated, and we've learned how to do that. And so if you want to know how to go down that path and what accounts you need in order to start that process, go to expertinfluenceracademy.com and sign up for our email list, and that guide is yours for free. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And you know, guys, we're in closing, if these 7 principles to keep in mind for the new year, I hope will help you crush it. You know, if 2018 was a bad year and it was a rough year, 2019 can be better. And this is a map. It's not going to be for everyone, but this is definitely a way that you can start improving your life financially and being a little more positive and giving back to your community. If you so choose to do that, it's not for everyone, and we understand. But if you're interested in it, I mean, 2019, you can really kill it. You got to start now, but you can really kill it. And I hope that these 7 principles on how to build a social media presence will serve you well. Well, guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. That is all the time we have for today. Like I said, hit us up on our website. Go to our YouTube channel. You can find archived video of Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast on our YouTube channel and our website. Don't forget to check out our blog. We have so much value, and I'm not saying that to try to tempt you. I mean, if you want to check it out, great. If not, no big deal. But we really try to get that information out to you guys to help you, those who are looking for help on our website. So don't forget to check out all the tabs. We have our courses, we have our blog, we have our Easy Like Sunday Morning podcast archive. We have services as well to help you get started in the business. So spend some time there, sign up, get a free guide, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week. Be good, go forth, do good, and be awesome.